tired telling you I got it. She's my
In a sieve I'll dig a sail, and like a rat without a tail I'll do, and I'll do. I'll rain dry as hell.
She's my wish.
Welcome back to Dixieland.
I want to know if you can see what's happening.
Oh, wow, you need a 12-year-old.
I don't care if you're 12 years old. You have more time in the day to play. I live in the real world, my man, with bills and responsibilities.
Mom, I'm coming!
Is your mom in the room with you? Because I hope she can't see what's happening. I hope she can't see what's happening. It's possible that your mom won't love you anymore if she's...
All I need are some tasty waves, cool buzz, and I'm fine.
Great horny coat, I'm up north. Gotta burn my boots, they catch Yankee short.
Then you have to change because it's a waste of time. Everybody is so limited and so really useless when you think about the limitations on yourself. And the whole thing is to change, try and make everything better and better. And that's what the physical world is about, is change.
All right, welcome back to Dixie Land. We are going to do spooky ghost stories now and definitely not talk about AI or child porn or Skynet later in the episode. We're going to start it off with some spooky ghost stories.
I mean, Skynet is pretty scary, but we'll continue. We'll continue on. We'll continue on.
Let's just name Annabelle.
No, I got a real scary story, actually. A true one. It's scary because it's true.
Ooh.
And you know some of the participants.
Ooh. Was it a gay experience story?
No, I've never had a gay experience in my life.
It's like being around the being around the campfire, and you just tell like a story of like how a gay guy flirted on you. Ooh, it was creepy.
Oh, I've had a gay man flirt with me, but
Yeah, the
I've never
sailboat.
I've never went down
Come sail
the
away, come sail away with me.
never went down that rabbit hole. Scary. That's scary. You want to talk about scary? That was
What's the true
scary.
scary story?
True scary story. So my dad bought my grandma's house when I was a kid. My grandparents lived there. My granddad died, and then my grandma moved to a condo, and my dad ended up buying the house from her. Well, you'd always sometimes hear shit like you'd be downstairs and you'd hear some like creaking or something upstairs, like what the fuck? Be the only one home. I remember I was in my dad's room one time and I fucking saw this bag that was like tilted completely turn all the way over and like roll over. I was like, holy fuck. I was probably like 8, but it was like
Ooh.
I watched it leaning on one side of this dresser and completely fall over on the ground. Like something moved it.
Ooh, scary. I remember one time,
And
like, continue.
well, and one time old Dudley, Scotty D, and Austin Kelly were over at my dad's house. And my dad wasn't there, nobody was home. And it was just us. And I was telling them, like, yeah, dude, I hear shit sometimes. And they were like joking around, like, bullshit, haha, funny. Especially Austin. He was creeped out about everything. He's like, "Fuck you, funny Shane. Fuck you." I was like, "All right, whatever, whatever. I'm just telling you, spooky shit sometimes." And I said, "Watch." There was a baby monitor sitting there, so I grabbed the baby monitor. And I was like, "Yo, if there's any ghosts or anything here, show yourself, you stupid fuck. Fuck you, you bitch. Like you're a straight bitch." And then you started hearing fucking shit over the baby monitor. A baby monitor is not two-way. It's you hear one way. There's not like you can't talk to it. The old ones, so you could only hear shit. And it was upstairs in the other room, which was creepy as fuck. Like just a creepy hallway. And dude, we started hearing like fucking staticky, like muffled sounds on it, like voices. And I said, "What the fuck?" And then we heard footsteps. It dude, it was sounded just like somebody running across the hallway upstairs. Me, Austin, and Scott ran out of the house so fast.
I
Booked it.
remember there was one time we were in a southern cemetery that was haunted, and it was like those big, like, gothic fences, and you couldn't get in. And my whole family, we snuck in, my uncles, nieces, my mom, and everything. And we were at this haunted grave, and then all of a sudden, the light cut on, and everybody ran. And I'll never forget this before in my life. My mom pushed me to get a head start.
Hmm.
Like I fell on the grave, and I was the last one out. But there's also the Witch of Pungo story too. Ooh, I could tell that for people that didn't know that we're from Pungo and there was a witch that
Wait,
really
slow
wasn't a
down. What are you
witch.
telling me? I know about it, but what are you saying? Are you going to tell the story?
I was gonna
Slow
tell
down.
kind of story. Grace
All right.
Sherwood, they thought she was a witch in Pungo, and then they tied her up and threw the bitch in the water. But then she got loose and she swam off. And then she spent like the rest of her time in jail till she died.
Do you think she was
The
hot?
no.
She had
I
to
don't.
have been a look. What do you mean, no? You should do. She had to have been a looker. Think about it.
You think that it was because she was a looker that that happened to her?
Absolutely.
I really.
Because apparently one of her crimes was she was making all the guys in the area lust after her, is what they said.
So she was just
And
like
so
a
that's
sexy
why
single bitch.
all the women were like, I think, I think she was fucking one of the dudes. He got caught cheating. His wife said, "You're sleeping with Grace Sherwood." He said, "I don't know what happened, baby. She put a fucking spell on me. Next thing I know, I'm in her bed. Must be a witch." And then the wife said, "Holy shit,
It's funny how like we
witchcraft."
were supposed to tell a traditional story and you're just turning it
No, that's
into.
true. That's a real true thing. Look it up. That really happened. I'm paraphrasing the actual language, but
You are throwing in some cute conspiracies into a
that's
historical.
not a conspiracy. Look it up. It says Grace Sherwood was accused of witchcraft. And I looked it up.
Yeah,
What
but
type
she
of
wasn't
witchcraft was
sucking.
she
She
was
could.
doing?
You make it sound like she was sucking some dick, and then that's all she got.
Well, she was doing something to get the men all riled up, is what it said. And I'm like, so either the man got caught. I made that part up. How would she get caught getting men? The men would have to admit it. So either the men are like, "God damn, I can't keep my fucking eyes off her. She's a witch." I'm like, no, it was a man that got caught, and he was explaining, look, that's how witchcraft started, I believe. The men
Like
were getting
South
caught
Park,
fucking these, they were getting caught fucking these hoes,
and they just
and
called
then they
them
were
witches.
like, and they called them witches, and they tell their wife, like, I literally could not control myself. I don't know what came over me. And then their boys are like, yep, heard of this. This is witchcraft. And they're like, what? And they're like, yeah, bro, witchcraft. Trust me. Your wife doesn't know about this? And the wife's like, what are you talking about? He's like, oh, yeah, seen this plenty times. And really, he's just backing the bro up, coming up with a witch story. And then all the
So
women get
funny.
together at their fucking knitting circle and they're like, "You heard about this bitch? This bitch fucked my husband." And then the other lady said, "She fucked my husband too." And then the other girl said, "Oh my God, she fucked my husband." And they're like, "This goddamn witch has got to go. She's using witchcraft and enticing all these men." That's really why, that was one of the reasons she was it was like she was seducing men or something like that
Yeah,
with
but I
her
don't know if she was
witchcraft.
a whore.
No, but she had to have been a looker, dude. I don't think she was a whore. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
but
I
the
think
way
she
you
just
said
had,
that, the way you
I think,
insinuate that, it's a sentence before you said
oh,
that.
well, if she was fucking, she would be a whore. And that's the only reason why I think she was fucking, because she was single. How was she paying her bills? How was a woman back in the day paying her bills? She found a man that was married. She was banging him. He said, "Oh, fuck, I'm caught. What do I say, boys?" They said, "Just tell your wife that it's a witch, works every time."
So funny.
And yeah,
The
that's where we're
old
at.
witch excuse.
The old witch excuse.
Imagine if you try to do that now.
Holy shit.
I still can't believe you have never heard of Ultimate Surrender, but you thought about Reddit AI porn.
Dude,
That
I
is
told you.
amazing.
Because I was going down the rabbit hole in my brain. I was like, how old is a porn actress? You know why I thought about it?
No, no,
Because the
no, no,
names.
no, no, no. We've already gone through it. We've already gone through it. This is the before. This is the before. So that will come later in the cast. Let's not divulge twice. They'll get it later in the episode.
I am a married man. I don't have time to be fucking. I've never had time to porn like that. I've always been in like a place where I'm like not porning.
Not porn. It's funny to use it
No,
as a verb like that.
I haven't been porning, dude.
Porn.
But I definitely have, and I
I did
just
a little bit of porn yesterday.
my well, you need to, dude, because think about it. What is the age limit on it? What's the age limit? Because old school was all the actors and actresses are 18 years of age, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So what's the age limit on these whores? The
Probably
computer
our
moms.
age is the cutoff.
Probably, is it?
I would think like 30, 28.
But they're not real. Don't even get me started on this subject again. I'm not advocating for any of it. My point is, it's just freaky to me that that's like people fight about gay, straight, porn being legal, not being legal, and then it's like, yo, do you guys realize that that's a thing? I tried searching it on Reddit, and that's a whole. There's a whole subreddit.
So
It took
funny.
me to a subreddit. I wasn't even trying to find videos that are pictures, but it's like it's so real. And I thought about it because the fucking there's that actress in Hollywood, and they're all like, "How are we gonna pay her? How are we gonna, it's a person. She's a person, but is she,
You're just
not
going
time
through
to
it. You're
date."
going down the road again.
Going down the road again, but that's what got me thinking about it.
It's
So we were
Halloween
around.
time. It's Halloween time, and we're supposed to be doing spooky cast, or people get scared, and it's Halloween, like Michael
Here's some.
Myers, or The Shining, and instead
Here's
we're
some
talking
spooky
about
stuff.
AI, child porn, and the start of internet. Like,
Well, think about this. When did Terminator 2 come out? Because that was the first rated R movie I saw. Terminator 2.
90, I think it was 98.
Okay. 98.
Wait,
How old
wait,
was I?
wait. Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Somewhere around there. You might be spot on.
Maybe 96.
I feel like it was before 9/11.
No, it was definitely in the 90s.
It was before 9/11. 9/11 was 2001.
It was 1991. I was way off.
Terminator 1 or Terminator 2
Terminator 2.
was 91.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
So you were talking like you saw it in theater. You
No,
must
I
have.
did not see it in theater. My mom had it on VHS. Okay, which makes sense. That was like people didn't own movies too. Okay, so that was the first one I saw, and I remember seeing it, and it was so like sci-fi because it was time travel. Obviously, time travel. I don't know, maybe it's real, but my point is like I remember my dad had a laptop, and this is like probably 97. And I remember he let me play with it, and I couldn't do shit on it except like type on a notepad, basically. And I was like, cool, typing, tick, 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 just, X, Y, Z, whatever. And then we had AOL dial up. Did you ever have dial up? Do you remember that?
We might have, but I didn't use it really.
My mom had dial up, and it was like you'd sit there and it was connected to the home phone, and that bitch would buzz and beep and make these sounds like a robot was getting butt fucked. You know?
Well, that's probably what we had. I remember that, but I don't remember
Yeah.
you. I didn't really use it. I didn't use technology until like
Well, there was no,
2007.
there was nothing to do on the internet. There was no websites really.
Yeah, like I had a flip phone and I got bitches, but I didn't like go. Like I had MySpace, and then MySpace got old in 2007, and then I just like never made a Facebook really until it was too late, and then I didn't make that
See,
many Facebook. Like I didn't do Facebook really.
I remember MySpace because I had a couple friends that were like a couple years older than me. And it was like you get your page, you personalize it with your favorite music. You get one song, put your favorite song on there for your whole life. Some pictures, but it was like a wall. It was more of like a wall, not really like
That's how I heard what Mr. Right by Mickey Avalon. Who's
there
that
was a
man in the
bottom to the
black
scroll.
sedan with two cheap hookers and a Mexican? Buffy white light on a smooth night. Mickey Avalon, call me Mr. Right. That song
So
was
you didn't
on
have a
both.
Facebook? Because I remember people started switching to Facebook because they were like, fuck, dude, MySpace sucks, Facebook. This is before all the old people got on it too. It was like the young, like Facebook. It was like TikTok.
Really, because I remember Facebook coming out and adults immediately grabbing it. And I don't
Nah,
remember
dude.
any adults having MySpace.
They
I,
didn't grab it at first.
oh, they didn't? I always thought,
No, they never
because I
really
never
grabbed
went to
MySpace
Facebook.
either.
I
I went to
never,
Facebook
it was like the
because
start of me getting pissed off about switching social media. Like,
so this is
and
the
like
thing.
constant upgrades was what that year. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Why do I gotta do something new now?
I
Little
was
did I
like
know that was my future.
I was like 13 and I had like a so-called air quote girlfriend, you know, my first girlfriend, I guess you could say. And
Right.
she was big on the internet, always AIMing and fucking Facebooking and
That's weird because I didn't start doing stuff sexually until like even have a girlfriend or like first kiss until like 16, 17. Like I I didn't do anything and then it was like an explosion, if that makes sense. Like it was like first kiss and then within like a month or two after that was like my first fuck. Like I got my first like blow job in there. Like I I was like you know what I'm saying? it was like I hadn't done anything, and then I started doing it, and then the hinges just came off. It was like, why wasn't I doing this the whole time? And then I got
Yeah,
really good at it, and I'm still really good at it.
mine was like that, but honestly, I loved pussy, but then it was like the weed or the drinking got me. And I'd be like, yo, I can get pussy, but fuck, dude, I'm trying. Like, I would be so worried about how I was gonna get weed or how I was gonna get some fucking alcohol. Not
Yeah, I
saying
didn't
weed's a
start
gateway
smoking
drug.
weed until after high school, really. I smoked in high school, I just didn't smoke that much. I,
Not saying weed was a gateway drug. I'm just saying it's like I remember there being a shift where it's like, yo, I would trade a girl for some. Dude, if I had an ounce of weed and I had the hottest girl in school at the time, and some dude's like, yo, I'll give you an ounce if you let me fuck your girlfriend, I'd be like, bet.
yeah,
You go
you
with
were
him.
also in a, this was before you went down a path, though,
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
saw the end of the dragon.
Not
So you
even to
didn't,
pimp her out, but just to be like, yo, like I like you,
yeah,
but dude,
but
he's giving
you
me
were
so
still,
much.
at that time, though, you were still chasing the dragon feeling. Now you've done seen the whole dragon. You
I
know.
slayed the dragon.
But when you were younger, you didn't know yet. You were riding around with a truck with an AK-47, and this ounce is like, this is my
Eh.
life.
I just thought that like I couldn't get caught. I was like, yo, I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna fucking I don't know what I thought. I just thought I
My
wouldn't get
dad's a
caught. I was
cop.
like, there's
Like, I already know all the other fucking tricks.
dude, I'm like, there's a million people in this city. Like, they're not gonna stop me. How
And they
many people do
did.
they stop a
Oh
day?
boy, they did.
Oh boy, did they.
I remember when you got in trouble too.
Yeah, I got caught, dude. I was going to a party and I had
I
some
can't
kid with
remember if you
me.
were at the Pungo house like around that
No, I
time that
never
you.
made it. I never made it. I was going to
Because
the
I remember
country.
seeing our trucks beside each other one time talking about like how you had just gotten pulled over in Pungo and you had Connor Patullo with you. And
No, I didn't have him with me. I had some other kid.
I remember hearing about it one time when you were with Connor.
So
Maybe
what happened? I was driving in the country in Pungo, and I got right near that Napa, that first auto parts store, like, and I was looking at the GPS, and this kid was getting the directions. He was giving me directions, and he had a flip phone, and I was like, "Yo, where are we going?" And he's like, "Just keep going straight." And I'm looking over, I'm looking at him. Next thing I know, I see lights behind me. And I hadn't really gotten pulled over before, so I'm like, "Oh, cops are about to pass me." So I tried to pull over, and then they don't pass me. So I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna pull into this Napa. So then I pulled into the Napa. This kid's like, we're fucked, we're fucked. I said, don't say anything. Dude, I had a 40 in my lap, a Ford Ranger. So I had an AK-47 right behind my driver's seat. I had like fucking a QP of weed, but I had it baggied up in like separate baggies next to my scale in a little handbag, construction bag
we're fine,
behind
we're
my seat.
fine.
Man, yeah, dude, the cop walked up. They said, the car reeks of marijuana. You reek of
You were
alcohol.
the captain of the Edmund Fitzgerald. You were like, we're fine.
Dude, I said, you're fine. Don't say anything. I'm not going to say anything. They walked up. They said, I smell the weed. You reek of alcohol. Your eyes look bloodshot as shit. Step out of the car. And immediately I was like, I don't consent. And like, we don't give a fuck. Get out of the car. Do you have any weapons, anything in the car? And I said, uh, and they said, out of the car. I hesitated. So I was like, do I tell him about the AK? It's my AK. It's legal, but it was with the weed. I beat the weed charge because they didn't bring the paperwork that showed that they tested it in the lab. So the judge is like, "Yo, where's my lawyer's like, where's the lab results? I need to see the results." And they're like, "Oh, I mean, it's marijuana. It's baggied." And he's like, "Where's the results?" So that got dismissed.
Dude, what if we got
The I
little
was
Jepos
18.
and raced them?
Yeah, your mind is jumping.
You're
Anyways, I'll live
18,
to tell another day. Yeah, I beat it so that they couldn't charge me with a DUI. It should have been a. I was drunk too.
but then you ended up getting a DUI.
Later, that was another day. Same cop,
Another
another day.
bad.
I did. He gave me a refusal. I wrecked in a ditch after taking some fucking Xanax bars. And then I was like, I remember taking.
It was funny too, is that I did that exact thing and hit a car, and I was supposed to get a DUI, but I didn't get a DUI. I got reckless driving because they blood alcohol tested me and I was 0-0.
Dude, I literally was at. Actually, I was at Connor's house for that one. I got up. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna take a shot at Jack. Grabbed a Xanax bar, a whole bar, popped it in my mouth. Connor was like, dude, that's not a good idea. And I took a shot with it. And literally, that's the last thing I remember. That was like the second bar. And then I woke up probably like, who knows, maybe 3 in the morning in a ditch, like 2 miles from his apartment. Didn't know where any of my shit was. I got out of my car. I was like, where the fuck am I? Holy shit. And I was trying to remember. That was the last thing I remembered was taking that shot. And then a cop pulled up and goes, Shane. And then they said my last name. He goes, I fucking remember you. Come here. And he goes, you're going to jail. You're fucked up. You're going to jail. And he goes, you want to go to the hospital and do a blood test? I said, no, what? And he goes, cool, refusal. You're going to jail. I said, whoa, 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 I'll do a breathalyzer or whatever. He goes, nope, you just refused. You're going to jail. We're not playing games. Come on. And he took me right to fucking jail, dude. And I went in front of the judge. They're like, what? You refused, so automatic DUI. So I flipped him off when I beat the first case out leaving the courtroom and said, got you, bitch. After the first court case, after I beat that dumb shit. And then he literally got me. Maybe you call it karma, whatever. I'll never forget him, Officer Kyle. He had a goddamn Transformers tattoo on his arm.
Officer,
Like one of the like the Transformer signal. Like the symbols or whatever for the Transformers.
you
He
were
had
his
that symbol on his arm.
Decepticon.
Dude, I was like, what? And I just remember every time I was seeing him, I was always fucked up. And I just remember seeing that, like, dude, does this guy think he's a trans? Like, what the fuck? Like, these are his heroes, Transformers? Like,
We're
I was so
Decepticon.
confused on it.
I
Every
forgot who
time
the
I'd be
leader
like,
Decepticon was.
Me shit,
Megatron.
Megatron. I was like,
You were
Megalodon.
you were his Megatron.
I was just Megalodon, dude. I was the big shit. That was the big fish. Megatron, yeah. It was just so fun. Yeah, because that was like whenever the Megan Fox was in the Transformers and Shia LaBeouf, that Transformer era. So he was big. Like he went to the tattoo shop and said, "Give me one of those fucking labels right here on my forearm, so I can get me a Megan Fox bitch." Definitely didn't work, dude. He did not like me just because of my comments. My fault. He was just trying to make the world a better place, a safer place, I think. Nah, maybe he wasn't. He thought he had me. He goes, "Oh, we're gonna get him. We got this motherfucker." The first time, and I remember he was so excited to search my car, and I said, I don't consent. I don't give consent." And that actually worked, dude. They stopped, and they're like, "What do you mean you don't give consent? We have probable cause. We're going in there." I was like, that's cool, but I don't consent to any search. And they're like, you motherfucker, you think you're smart, huh? You think you're a lawyer? I'm like, dude, they weren't going to my car. I was like, holy shit, this is actually working. Then the
Yeah.
supervisor came out. It's like, we have enough probable cause. Um, we're gonna search your car. So I
My
was like,
lawyers aren't lawyering.
yeah, this is on the scene. I was like, well, let me make a phone call. They're like, you're not making any phone calls.
You're not in jail yet.
Yeah, I went even to jail. I was like, they're like, we're investigating. Just do what they say, and it's be over if you just cooperate. It'll be over quicker. So now I just chill, dude. I just smoke weed. Weed's legal where we're at. Thank fucking God. I mean, they still will fuck with you, but I don't know how we got sidetracked, dude. I was trying to talk about Facebook. Where are we at now? What's the new popular social media? We went from MySpace to what?
There's
What are
Instagram, but
what
then
are
there's another thing on Instagram that I don't that I don't watch.
don't watch it.
I don't like it's called Thread, and Instagram tries to get you on it. I'm just on Instagram and Snapchat.
Is Thread like their fucking TikToker?
I
TikToks?
don't know. I'm not on it.
You're not threading?
No, I'm not.
I
I'm an old soul, dude. I don't talk to anybody.
don't talk to anybody either. I mean, I talk to you, but that's why we do the podcast. Or I talk to you and we do the podcast because
I wonder why that cut off.
government.
It does that sometimes. I don't know because I didn't hit nothing.
Government.
Sitting here
That's
looking
what we
at.
think we're all doing, dude. We're like, what's the popular social media? That's the big goal they're trying to do. So now every time I like schizo out when I look like everything's an algorithm. Everybody knows about the algorithm. That's the thing, like the algorithm, the algorithm. You've heard it, I've heard it. Everybody knows about the algorithm, right? So technically everything you look at is already pre-fucking screened. Give them this. I like this. Ooh, that's too much. Don't show them that. No, we can't let them see that. This is okay though. Nah, not this, you know? But it's still like fucked up shit. Like I see some fucked up shit. Dude, I got screamed some shit. There's this guy. His name is Nick Fuentes. Some little Mexican kid, I think. That buddy's like claiming to be white. But his name is Fuentes. That means like Fuente. That's Spanish, bitch. He's like young kid, I guess. Gets kicked off the internet. Know nothing about him. But it was like 1.6 million views on YouTube, him interviewing with this guy. And now the guy was another podcaster. Some guy, I don't even fucking know. The guy's like, I'm a libertarian. And this guy's a right winger. And he was like, yeah, I'm racist. Like, I'm racist. Fuck yeah. Trump's racist. We're all racist. Like, and he just went into how racism was good and it's actually okay. And a lot of people are like, hey, this guy's really smart. Makes a lot of sense. Like, and the guy's like, yeah, I'm racist. I'm not hateful, but I'm racist. Like, I want a white nationalist. And I was like, yeah, that's crazy. YouTube is showing me this.
It's your algorithm.
And that's what I'm saying. Like
Your
Morgan's not
algorithm is
seeing this.
insane. It's like it's crazy. YouTube is showing me this. It's what you
And
prefer
it
to
was,
see.
he's like, I'm a good white Catholic, white nationalist racist. And that's okay. And everyone's like, I mean, he's not hurting people like
This is
some
like when
people are.
Lemaire was like, dude, Pornhub just wants to show me white girls getting gangbanged by like 5 black dudes. And it's like, that's your algorithm, right?
But the thing is, that's why it's so crazy. It's like they're literally like, and now I'm already on that, like, everything's an algorithm, everything's fucking brainwashing. So I'm already on that. So when I see something like that, I'm like, dude, what are you guys doing to me?
Trying to
You
run
trying
me
to make
up.
me a racist?
They
You
see a
trying to,
spark and they're trying to put gas in it.
and I'm like, 1.6 million people is a lot of people. Even if that's bots, that's a lot of bots. YouTube would have not allowed that talk fucking years ago,
It's
which it
so
would have been
funny that
censored
you're
the
allowed
other
to say
direction.
things like that and then we get in trouble for certain things.
Well, I see, I really don't like hate any race. I don't hate any gender. I think it's hilarious when people get triggered. And the easier they get triggered, the funnier it is. So like that's what's funny to me. Like if you had a bunch of like think of like far left
What do you
liberals, a
think
lot
your
of
dad
people
would say if you ended up with a black girl? Like if you were single and then you met a girl, let's say her name was Mercedes.
he'd be okay with it.
Yeah, I think my parents would be okay with it too.
But he would make subtle like remarks out in public.
See, I've blown the door so wide open that my mom would be happy with that. Like, well,
Thank you. She'd start praying.
yeah,
I knew I knew my prayers have been answered.
this is my
Just
angel, Mercedes.
just give me one two-tone mix. Grandbaby.
It's funny how many girls like are still into me too. Like are all like
Same.
I don't know what it is, if it's my like looks or my style, or like I just don't
Same.
care.
Same. I have to
You,
beat them off with a stick fucking 9 times out of 10.
get
But
back, 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 back.
some call it a curse. Some call it a blessing. I mean, it's just life.
Because like there's people I know that like are bad at it. Like I know like Bailey was not the best at it, and I know Nick says that he's not good at it. That's not my words, that's his words. He's like, I'm not good at Tinder, I'm not good at finding girls. I'm like, really? Sometimes I find them when I'm not even trying to find them.
I actually lie. I go so long without seeing and talking to another woman sometimes that like if I smell perfume from like an old lady, I'll be like, "Ooh, there's a woman around here."
You're like a bear
Not my
there.
wife. Yeah, like, "Ooh, I've been wandering these woods for a while. I haven't smelled an unfamiliar scent in a while."
It's funny.
Like I said, I don't know. Some people have one perfume or cologne and they stick to it, but Margaret's changed a couple times, and I don't know. There's not a specific one, but there's like three that I can smell and be like, "Oh, that's her."
Yeah, I don't have one right now. Well, I do, but I don't. It's not my exact one. I used to do Victoria's Secret for a while. Back
Mine's
when I
Old
was
Spice, Kraken,
back, no, if you're a guy, you
or
gotta
El
do
Capitan.
polo blue.
No, I'm talking about deodorant. You know,
Yeah,
it's
Old
funny. I
Spice is the
used to do
best too.
sales and I used to have to wear cologne every day. And I remember I was doing sales like at a grocery store working for the newspaper. And dude, I found they sold this like green cologne in the dollar store. And I was like, dollar store cologne, let's just try it. And this is when I smoked a lot. So I'd always go out and smoke a bunch of weed and then go back in and do sales. And I remember this lady one time was like, "Oh my God, you smell so good. Like, what are you wearing?" And I said, "Dollar store green bottle cologne."
With
But
the
then I thought
bod.
about it. I was, no, it was just like a cologne. It was called like Hulk or something. But it was from the dollar store. This is when the dollar store was actually a dollar. I was just things.
Sometimes the magic
Just
happens when the fucking red light isn't on.
yeah. Oh, shit happens. Dude, if I got electrocuted right now, I I don't know, dude. It better fucking see. That's the thing. I'm by myself. So when I was a helper and a wee lad, I'd be like, oh, I'd tell the foreman, I'm fucked up. I'm going outside to smoke or something. And he'd be like, all right, whatever. I get it. Like, that sucks. What am I going to do now? There's nobody to be dramatic about with.
You could be dramatic with
You know,
yourself.
yeah,
Call
you know
me
what I
and
mean?
storm off. Like you won't believe what just happened. I have to
But
go outside and smoke a cigarette.
the thing is, like, even if I stormed off, like, I, I don't know. Even if I stormed off, it's like the boss is gonna be like, oh, okay, you left early?
Yeah.
Like, no, bitch, I got, well, yeah, I did. He'd be like, okay, we'll just put that down on your time. What do you mean you got shot? Man, just a little fucking tickle.
Yeah, that's what they said to me the first time I got shocked on the first light I worked on, which is 277. I got hit with 277 the first time I ever did anything electrical.
Yeah, I'm not on 277, but it's the main bus bars. So, like, the main power coming in. So there ain't no tripping a breaker. That's the one where you're like, hey, kick me off if I get stuck. You got me, right? Kick me off if I get stuck to this.
I don't know. I would say Alakazam over this one. I don't know if it'll work. And just hang up the phone and then like pretend like nothing happened. Wait for them to wait for. I don't know if I would tell Morgan or just wait for Morgan to tell me and pretend like I wasn't on the phone with you.
I mean,
Like, what happened? That's
wait, what?
crazy. What? I can't believe it.
How would you do it? Let me do your impression. Okay. Jamie, Shane just got shocked. He's fucked up. He got
What?
shocked at work today.
How did it happen? Is he okay? What was
Well,
he
they don't know
doing?
if he's gonna make it.
Was he on the phone or
They,
something? What was he
yeah,
distracted?
actually, they said they're gonna get the call record later.
I would just hang
Uh,
up at that point. I would hang up and run. When they
they're
said,
gonna
yeah,
look at the call.
actually, it would just be dial tone. It would be like, They'd be like, what?
There,
What?
there is no dial tone anymore. I wish there was.
It'd be way funnier with certain situations.
It would be, because think about how many. Actually, I don't know, because sometimes I get stuck talking to myself for a good 5 minutes, and I don't realize that there's no dial tone. I'm just not talking to
No.
anybody. If there
I
was a
miss the
dial tone,
dial
I'd be
tone. The
like,
dial tone was sick. You could be dramatic and hang up, and then the dial
yeah,
tone made you
fuck
look
you.
badass.
But, uh, fuck.
It's like, fuck you, now you have to deal with this, and then the dial tone, and then you're just in the
Now,
void.
now you're like, fuck you. Then it just goes quiet. You know what I did? I was looking up AI shit the other day, and then I thought about it. I was like, dude, there's got to be like AI porn on
Yeah,
Reddit. Have you ever seen that?
no. If your wife catches you,
It's for pure science.
it's for your science. It's for the podcast, baby. It's for
It's
the podcast.
curiosity. Dude, let me tell
It'd
you
be
something.
so funny if she caught you and
Go
you
look
were
at it
like,
for
"It's for
go
science.
look
It's
at
for the podcast. It's
go
for the podcast."
go
And
look.
then like
It's not
she
real,
called
but it
me,
is
and then
real.
she was like, "Were you guys talking about AI porn?" I'd be like, "No," before we even talked about it yet.
Dude, let me tell you, I haven't heard anybody talk about it. Have you?
Uh-uh.
Go on Reddit and search that today at some point and tell me if it doesn't freak you the fuck out. It's over. Because at that point, it's not real.
Well, they're banning the real fucking porn, so they have to bring out the AI
Ex
porn.
exactly. So that's the thing. Are they going to ban that too? I mean, it's not real. It's literally a picture, but it's a computer generated. But dude, it's so real looking. Some of it's scary looking.
Did it turn you
Like if
on?
you were in, I mean, look,
Did you do a little research?
I've been more tricked by AI porn than I have by trans. That's all I'm gonna say.
You rolled up your sleeves, you did a little research.
I said, hold on here.
You were in the camper van up north, you were like,
I thought everything goes up there. I was like, let me do some research up here.
I
I'm in
can't remember if they
Yankeeville.
banned Pornhub in Pennsylvania.
I don't know. I was in New York. Anyways, my point is, you got to look at it. You just go in the search bar up top, and
I don't really want to.
because I was thinking about all the videos that they're coming out with, and I was talking to Morgan. I was like, I saw this videos like it was
Dude,
like
I feel like
read
Matt
Logan
McCusker,
Paul,
I'm
and he's
just
like,
tired
hey,
of
I'm Logan
porn.
Paul, and I'm gay. Here's my makeup line, and then somebody's like, see, that video is AI, and I was like, dude, that looks so real. And then I was like, there's some sick people on the internet, and you know, a lot of ones actually. I don't know. You gotta look at it. There's all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
There's stuff for everybody on there. I'm sure of it. Some nightmare shit too. My point is, it's like if I was talking with Morgan about it, I was like, "Are you ready for this?" This was first thing
You're
this
talking with
morning.
Morgan Freeman about it.
I was like, "Dude, I feel like people are truly trying to move towards like a true genderless society." Because if you're the ultimate trans person,
I don't
you're
think
gonna
so.
transcend being. You're gonna be born a man, become a woman, then eventually become a lesbian woman. And then eventually you'll become no sex at all,
Or you just go
where
back to
it's
being a
like,
man,
this
kind
is
of,
just my
that,
style
or you just go back to being a man that just shaves their
to
body
look like
and, like,
this or just like this. However I look and dress is my style.
I mean, style
Some
changes
people want
though,
to call
too.
it trans, some people want to call it racist, some people want to call it whatever.
I don't think that all these
Did I
people are
lose you? Am I
trans,
talking to
though.
myself?
Oh, no, I'm just a little bit. I
Oh,
just don't
fuck, you
think
know what I
that.
did? I turned you down.
Oh my God.
That's my theory. What do you think? Is it
I
valid
just don't think all these
or am
people
I
are
out there?
trans. I just think that they think they're trans and it's just a little style. I think it's like, I
Dude, who
just think it's
cares if
like the
they think they
80s.
try? If you think you are, then you are, but there's also posers.
Bro, if
So like,
it's never happened, this is what would have happened. Like where we were going in the 80s and the early 90s before Kurt Cobain, uh, like before all the grunge, like if HIV and AIDS didn't happen and kill all those gay people, this is where we would have been. Dude, the Freddie Mercury era, dude, I'm telling you, like the 80s when they were all the dudes were wearing makeup and all the dudes that wore makeup in the 80s got pussy. Like, and that's just, I think, like a lot of guys are looking at it now, like, well, if I just wear a little makeup and let her give me a makeover, then I can get some pussy, eh? And they look at it like that. I just think it's the style, like the '80s or like the late '70s. It's like the glam era. David Bowie is
exactly.
big.
My
I
point
just
is,
don't
I
think
think
that
the whole
boomers understand it, and I think that they call
boomers
it
got
all
their
trans.
style, and I'm not blaming the boomers because the boomers themselves have been they've been brainwashed since they were born into thinking a certain type of way. So it's like their fault, but at the same time, it's like they're fucked too. Everybody's getting fucked,
Yeah.
and everybody's got style. Some people got black style. Some people are born that way and roll with that style. Some people go against it. And it's not even like a color thing. It's a style,
It's where you're
you know?
born, where you're raised.
Yeah, it's a style, what you're into, the type of music you like. It's like style, it's like culture, you know? And some people don't like their culture. And that's why you have all these people now going against their culture, like trying to come up with new ideologies and and they're trying to find a certain type of like political group or something to affiliate with or a community of people. That's why there's LGBT communities and they're
Yeah.
just trying to find, but really it's just a bunch of different styles blended and nobody's got the same style and
I
nobody
also
wants
think
the
it's
same
like a thing
style.
of like it's hard, it's so hard to get your own place, and it's so hard to like buy a house that they're doing it out of revenge to the boomers.
Dude,
I think
religion is a style. If you're religious, you rock a style of clothes. You listen to a type of music, like super religious, you know. You're
dude,
living it's a lifestyle. What do they call them? Lifestyles.
they have
It's
these
really,
like girls that look like the Mason girls in Richmond that try to get people to go to church, and they walk around and dress like Charlie Manson girls. It's like eerie. It's it's just all I can think about when they try to ask me to go to church, because they like I'll it's like a gang of women, and they're all in these dresses. They look like Charles Manson girls, and they'll surround you and try to cult you into going to church if you're a girl. If Morgan was in Richmond, they would surround
oh, I
Morgan.
thought you meant for like a guy. I was like, that sounds
No,
like,
for a guy, they would
oh,
get a
what are we
guy in there
doing?
instantly. But they surround the girls. They try to make you like a Mason girl.
Because right now, people in the future aren't gonna like reproduce sexually anymore. That's also my second point. Because right now they're trying to come up with computer, literally think about it. They're going to ban porn, and that's going to be the only thing left. That's the new thing to talk about. Because now, like, is any porn illegal? I mean, child porn definitely
Yeah,
is.
but they just banned it because trans porn was
Okay, dude, with an AI, you can literally make the craziest image. You can make a fucking the most beautiful girl in the world, put a fucking 30-inch dick on her, and be like, and make it look so real because it's AI. It's
I've
not
seen
real.
those where they try to put dicks on vagina.
See, that's where it gets dark, though, is whenever you get into like it's not real. But then it's like, what about when people start making like kid porn for AI?
Kid
Is
porn.
that illegal? Yeah, is that
Oh
illegal?
my god.
I'm
I
definitely not into that, but like, but you know what I mean? Like, okay, so for example, on porn
what made
websites,
you?
they all
I
used
don't
to
know
say,
what made you think of that. Like,
because on all the websites, remember, it was like, are these girls 18? Well, dude, if it's AI, how old are they?
doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter. It's not real, but it looks. This is going to be an issue
This is what
in the
happens when
future.
they just make porn illegal. This is what people go to.
Well, I'm just like, it's only a matter of time, and it's just crazy how it's like people are so gross that that's what they'll. Oh, oh, dude, I can make. Look at this. Look what I can do. And it's not even real. It's just like ones and zeros on a computer. But eventually, everybody's gonna be fucking transcendent trans, where they just they're like, yo, none of that matters. If you want to have a kid, you don't even have to have sex. All you have to do is go to the clinic and they'll fucking pop your baby out, or they'll take the best sperm. You know what I mean? So it's already feeling like just kind of a weird futuristic like time we're living in where not a lot of shit makes sense. Like you said, they're trying to ban porn, but AI porn is like about to blow the lid off of everything, probably.
Yeah, I just never heard about it. Then you said it. I was like,
Look it up and tell me if that is not some of the craziest shit.
I would even like looking up real porn.
No, neither do I. This was pure scientific
Of
It was pure
course, of course, of
scientific.
course,
This was
of course,
pure
colleague.
scientific. This is for the
Of
cast.
course. We don't look up porn, not neither of us.
This
Of
was for the
course,
cast.
we're colleagues.
I, I was doing research, but then I was thinking about how real porn wouldn't matter anymore.
No.
And like I said, think about the dudes that get caught. They're gonna be like, "Baby, it's not even real."